Now, lastly, let us discuss the power to delegate. Number 4, power to delegate. Power to delegate. Now, a board cannot do everything itself, and under governance standard number 001, the board has the power to delegate its authority to board committees. The board on its own cannot do everything. So the board has the power to delegate its powers to board committees, like specialized groups, like the audit committee, the risk committee, the human resource committee, the remuneration committee. Those are examples of committees of the board. The board can also delegate its power to the CEO or the managing director. Now, delegation of day-to-day operational decisions, right, is what we are referring to as delegating power to the CEO. The CEO can act on behalf of the board, because we know that it is the board of directors that are to ensure that the day-to-day operations of the company are carried out effectively, and therefore that can only be made possible by the board appointing a CEO or a managing director. So the board can delegate its power to the CEO or to the MD. There is also individual directors. Apart from delegating power to the committee or CEO, the board can delegate its powers to individual directors. Specific tasks or projects can be delegated to specific individual directors. Understand? Yes. But we need to understand that even when delegating, the board remains the ultimate accountable. It remains ultimately accountable for the actions that are taken by these delegatees. So that is all, candidates, for today's lesson on the powers of the board. The powers of the board. Before studying the powers of the board, we had to understand the source. The powers of the board does not give itself power. No. The authority of the board does not come from the directors themselves, but from two primary legal sources, that is the Companies Act and the Articles of Association. And these are the 4 general management powers. Number 1 is to set strategy, to do financial oversight, risk management, and contractual powers. Then you have specific statutory powers. These are powers that are granted to the directors from statute, specifically the Companies Act. One such power is to allot shares, borrowing powers, appointment of officers, calling meetings, and recommending dividends. Then lastly, we've said the board has the power to delegate to board committees, the MD, and individual directors. That's the end of today's lesson on the powers of the board. Bye-bye.